Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the representation of images formed by spherical mirror using ray diagram. The intersection of at least two reflected rays give the position of the image of the point object. Any two of the following can be considered for locating the image. There are total four rules. Now let us discuss the first rule. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection will pass through the principal focus in case of concave mirror to diverge from the principal focus in case of convex mirror. Now let us draw the rule. A ray parallel to the principal axis. So we are drawing the ray which is parallel to the principal axis. You can see here. This is parallel to the principal axis. After reflection will pass through the principal focus. So this is after reflection from the concave mirror, it will pass through the principal focus in case of concave mirror. And in case of convex mirror, a ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis, this is parallel to the principal axis, will appears to diverge from the principal focus. This is the principal, this point is the principal focus. It will appear to diverge from the principal focus. So we'll produce it backward. As you can see, this ray which is parallel to the principal axis is diverging, which appears to diverge from the focus. This is the rule number 1. Now let us discuss the rule number 2. A ray passing through the principal focus of a concave mirror or a ray which is directed towards the principal focus of a convex mirror after reflection will emerge parallel to the principal axis. Now this is the second rule. A ray passing through the principal focus. This is the ray I am passing through the principal focus. This is passing through principal focus. So after reflection it will pass through parallel to the principal axis. This will pass. So a ray passing through the principal focus of a concave mirror or a ray which is directed towards the principal focus of a convex mirror after reflection will emerge parallel to the principal axis. You can see it is passing through the focus. After reflection it will emerge parallel to the principal focus. So this is in the case of concave mirror. Now we'll take the case of convex mirror. In the convex mirror, the ray passing through the principal focus. As you can see, this is passing through the principal focus, directed towards the principal focus. You can see this is directed towards the principal focus. After reflection, this is incident ray. After reflection, it will be parallel to the principal axis. As you can see here, in the first case, in the concave mirror, a ray passing through the principal focus after reflection passes through the image parallel to the principal axis. And in the case of convex mirror, you can see a ray of light directed towards the focus after reflection emerges parallel to the principal axis. Now let us take the third rule. A ray passing through the center of curvature of a concave mirror or directed in the direction of center of curvature of a convex mirror after reflection is reflected back along the same path. The light rays come along the same path because the incident ray fall on the mirror along the normal to the reflecting surface. This is rule number 3. Let us draw it. A ray passing through the center of curvature. A ray passing through center of curvature. I am drawing a ray passing through center of curvature. In the case of concave mirror, in the concave mirror, a ray passing through center of curvature after reflection is reflected back along the same path. This is a ray of light passing through center of curvature. So after reflection is reflected back along the same path. So this is how the ray of light passes from center of curvature, reflects back along the same path. Now in case of convex mirror, if the ray of light is directed towards the center of curvature, this is ray of light directed towards center of curvature. You can see it is directed towards center of curvature. So after reflection it goes along the same path. So this is directed towards the center of curvature. So after reflection it goes back, or you can say come back. After reflection it moves back along the same path and moves in this direction. Now let us see the rule number 4. A ray incident obliquely to the principal axis towards a point P, pole of the mirror, on the concave mirror. You can see this is a ray incident obliquely to the principal axis at a point P on the concave mirror. This is concave mirror, is reflected obliquely, and it follows the laws of reflection. That means the angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. In the case of convex mirror, again it also follows the same rule. The ray of light which is incident obliquely on to the principal axis, you can say this is obliquely to the principal axis. I'll draw it again. This is a ray of light and this is making an angle of incidence. This is incident ray. It is reflected back obliquely to the principal axis, and this is also making angle of reflection which is equal to the angle of incidence. So we can say the ray incident obliquely to the principal axis toward a point P, that is the pole of the mirror in a convex mirror, is reflected obliquely, and the reflected rays follows the laws of reflection. That means the angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. Now let us draw the ray diagram showing the image formation by concave mirror. Now there are when we put the object is at infinity, there are total 6 cases in the concave mirror, and we have to draw the first point, that is when object is at infinity. When the object is at infinity, the rays are coming parallel to the principal axis. These are the rays which are coming from infinity. This is parallel to the principal axis, and we have studied the rule that when a ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, it passes through the, after reflection it passes through the focus. So this will pass through the focus, it will return back to the focus, and another ray which is again parallel to the principal, because from the infinity the rays are parallel to the principal axis. So this is coming parallel to the principal axis and this is parallel to the principal axis. So after reflection it will pass through focus. So these two rays after reflection are meeting at a point F. So the nature of the image is real and inverted. Position of image, you can see they are meeting at F. So the position of image is at focus. The size of the image is highly diminished. So when the object is at infinity, the nature of image is real and inverted, position of image is at focus, and the size of image is highly diminished. Now let us take the second case, when the object is beyond C. When the object is beyond C, kept in front of a concave mirror. So let us draw the image. I am making a object here. This is the object. Okay. So the ray from the tip of the object, top of the object, is parallel to the principal axis. Is moving parallel to the principal axis, and we know the rule that it will pass through the focus. After reflection it will pass through the focus. This is the reflected ray, and the next rule is the ray of light which is passing through center of curvature. As we know that a ray of light which is passing through center of curvature, after reflection move along the same path. So this reflected ray and this reflected ray meet at this point. So here the image is formed. This AB is the object and A dash B dash is the image. So now the nature of the image, as you can see, it is real after these two rays after reflection meet at this point. So the nature of image is real and inverted, real and inverted. Position of image, as you can see, it is between C and F. So position of image is between C and F, that is center of curvature and focus. And the size of image, as you can see, the size of image is diminished, is smaller than the object. So we can write size of the image is diminished. So when the object is placed in front of a concave mirror beyond C, the image is real and inverted between C and F, and the size is diminished. Now let us take the third case when the object is at C. That means when the object is at center of curvature. I am making an object here at center of curvature denoted by A, B, and the ray which is coming from the tip of the object parallel to the principal axis. As we know, the ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the focus. This is the reflected ray passing through the focus. And the next rule that we are going to use is a ray of light which is passing through the focus. The ray of light which is passing through focus after reflection passes parallel to the principal axis. Will be after reflection it moves parallel to the principal axis. So this is a incident ray, this is reflected ray, this is again the incident ray, this is reflected ray. These two reflected rays are meeting at this point. So the image will be formed at C only. So the image will be formed at C. So nature of image will be real and inverted, real and inverted. Position of image, as you can see, when the object is at C, the position of image is at C only, that means at center of curvature. And size of image, as you can see clearly in the diagram, these are having equal size. So the size of image is equal as that of the object. Now let us take the fourth case when the object is between center of curvature and focus. Now here I am making an object here. This is an object and this is a ray which is parallel to the principal axis. As we know, after reflection it will pass through the focus. So I am passing through it focus. This is a ray after reflection passes through the focus. And the second ray, the second rule that we are using is the ray of light which is passing through center of curvature. This is center of curvature. After reflection it will return back along the same path, and when this ray will reflect along the same path through the center of curvature, and when we'll extend this line, they will meet at this point. So these two rays, this is the incident ray going here and returning back through the normal path, and this is another ray which is parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the focus, and these two rays after reflection are meeting at this point. So here this image is formed. This image is formed. Now as you can see, the nature of image will be real and inverted, real and inverted. Position of image is, you can see the object is beyond, the image is found beyond the focus, beyond the center of curvature, sorry, beyond C. And the size of image, as you can see clearly, the size of this is the size of the object, this is the size of the image, and the size of image is magnified. In the earlier cases we have seen when the object is placed beyond C, the image is formed between C and F. In this case, the object is placed between C and F and the image is formed beyond C, which is real and inverted and magnified image. Now in earlier cases we have seen that when the object is at infinity, the image was formed at focus. Now let us see in this case what will happen when the object is kept at focus. So this is object we have kept at focus. Now the rule first, that is the ray which is parallel to the principal axis will reflect through the focus only. And the second rule, the ray of light which is emerging from the center of curvature, after reflection will move back along the same path through the center of curvature. This will extend this line. Here in this case the image will be formed and the nature of image will be real and inverted. Real and inverted. Position of image will be somewhere at infinity. And the size of image will be highly magnified. Now let us see the last case when the object is between focus and pole. This is a special case because in this case, in the concave mirror, the image formed is virtual and erect. In all the other cases it is real and inverted, but in this case it is virtual and erect. So let us put the object between focus and pole. This is the object I have drawn here. Now the rule number 1, the ray which is parallel to the principal axis, this is parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will pass through focus, it will return through focus. This I am drawing here. This is passing through the focus. Rule number 2, the ray of light which is going through the center of curvature, after reflection move back along the same path. So this is going to center of curvature and return back to the same path. This is returning back to the same path. These two rays will not meet with each other, but if we produce it backward, we will see that when these two rays are produced backward, this is produced backward, and here this ray also is produced backward, they will appear to meet at this point, and this is where the image is formed. Now as you can see, these reflected rays are not actually meeting, but they appear to meet at this point. So the nature of image will be virtual, and as you can see the image is in upright position, so it is erect. So nature of image here will be virtual and erect, and the position of image, as you can see, it is behind the mirror, it is behind the concave mirror, and the size of image, as you can see clearly, it is magnified. This is the only case when the object is kept in front of a concave mirror where the image formed is virtual and erect. Now let us draw the image formation by convex mirror. Now in the convex mirror there are only two cases. The case is first is when object is at infinity, and the case 2 is when object is between infinity and pole. Let us draw the first ray diagram when the object is at infinity. The ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis, that is the object is at infinity. This we are drawing, this dotted line shows that the object is at infinity, and this is parallel to the principal axis, and another ray again that is also coming from infinity. These two rays parallel to the principal axis is coming from the infinity. Now these two rays, after the reflecting from here, it will diverge, and that divergence will be from the focus. It will diverge, that is from focus, that will be shown with a dotted line, and here also it will diverge, and that divergence will be through this is the reflected ray. These two rays which are parallel to the principal axis coming from the infinity diverges, and these two rays will not meet with each other. This reflected ray will not meet with each other, but they will appear to meet at focus. This is the principal focus of the convex mirror, so they will appear to meet at focus. So since these two rays are not actually meeting, so the image formed is virtual. So the nature of image in this case will be virtual and erect, and the position of image is at focus behind the mirror, at F behind the mirror, and the size of image, as you can see, it is coming to a point here, so it is a highly diminished image is formed. Highly diminished. So when the object is at infinity and the image is formed by the convex mirror, the nature of image will be virtual and erect, position of image will be at focus behind the mirror, and the size of image will be highly diminished. Now let us see the second case, when the object is between infinity and pole. So in this we can place the object anywhere. We are placing the object here, anywhere between the infinity and pole. This is object. So now the ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis, this is parallel to the principal axis, will appear to diverge, and the divergence will take from the focus. So this will diverge, and we will join this. So this is ray parallel to the principal axis. After reflection will diverge, and divergence will be from the focus. It will appear to diverge from the focus. And the second rule that we are going to use is the ray of light which is directed towards center of curvature. That is directed towards center of curvature. This is ray of light directed towards center of curvature. Will pass after reflection, will move along the same path. This is directed towards center of curvature. This is directed towards center of curvature. So after reflection, it is directed towards center of curvature. After reflection, this is directed towards center of curvature. After reflection, it will move along the same path. Now these two reflected rays will not meet with each other, but they will appear to meet at this point. So the image will be formed. Since these two rays are not actually meeting, so the image formed will be virtual, and you can see these two images are erect also. So nature of image will be virtual and erect. Position of image, as you can see, this position of image is between pole and focus behind the mirror. This is between pole and focus behind the mirror. And now the size of image, as you can see clearly, this object is bigger in size and the size of the image is smaller, so the size of image will be diminished. The size of the image is diminished. So there are only two cases in the convex mirror, and when the object is between infinity and pole, the nature of image formed is virtual and erect. The position of image is between pole and focus behind the mirror, and the size of image is diminished.